Okay, that looks more reasonable. Let's just make sure it's all running okay. Okay, so uh, set FSP. That was fun. I enjoyed that. All right. Hopefully the jitters are over. So we're at okay. I hope my internet isn't gonna make another big have another hiccup like this, but let's go. So we're 208 BCLK. Now we're at 209. Let's see what happens. It's sort of almost looking like Twitch itself is having an issue. I'm pleasantly surprised by how far this has gone without, I don't want to jinx myself, but you know what I mean, without something happening. Okay, that's a better result again. Slightly, but we'll take it. So what's everyone else benching right now? I know Tanta is preparing for dice, but what about White Shark? Are you still messing around with your RX 480? Okay, let's see if we can get 4.4 gigahertz to be stable. Whistles? What does that mean? You wish the tech store was open? Yeah, I know those problems with with thermal pads. I've heard that the Gigabyte RX 580 is a good card though. I have a Strix 480 that is a really good card. It's 1620 megahertz through Firestrike, I think, on chiller, so it's pretty good. and it keeps working and keeps scaling. Start deleting some old subs here. So okay, we only got 0.06 of an FPS there. Let's just keep going. Let's do half an FSB. Yeah, that's about right. And then save that result. Newer GPUs. Okay, so what CPU do you have? Because you just need a CPU that's good single threaded. So anything kind of 6600K and above. So 6600K, 6700K, 7350K, 7600K. Just an unlocked chip that's Skylake or newer. I mean, you can do some stuff on Haswell, but that gets a bit nichey. Yeah, 4690K or Ryzen 1600, that's tough. You don't have enough threads for some 3D benchmarks, and you don't have enough single threaded performance for other ones, so you kind of stuck in the middle there. Okay, it just keeps passing. So we're getting pretty high up on the memory now too. We're getting close to that 3.4 Encore that was probably giving us some issues earlier. Okay, let's shoot for 4.45. There we go. What do you think, Tante? Is this a good chip to take cold? It seems to really like voltage. I wonder if it would scale to 1.6 on chiller. We're 1.55 right now. Go for it. Okay. Maybe I'll leave some LN2 behind for that. It's always tough to decide what to bench with the LN2 you've got. Okay, that's a hang. Let's try 1.6. You're saying go for 1.6 or go for taking this particular chip cold? I always hit Dell. Both, okay. I mean, it's only a 4-core, 4-thread, so it won't generate too much heat at 1.6, will it? Hello? Flashing red. You always love to see flashing red. That's when you really know you're doing the right thing. 480, you mean RX 480 or GTX 480? Gotta get on that 1080 Ti. That's the right direction. Yes, it is. 1.58 indicated. Yeah, it was about here where we had issues. So let's run that. And I'm going to do a 4K run after that. Well, you're talking to the guy who killed 2 Ryzen chips because of voltage on LN2 by going to like 1.9 and above. So I don't think I ever have any problems with giving enough voltage to chips. Ooh, this is not looking good. This is looking worse. Okay, let's go back to 1.55 and run a 4K. I mean, 1.55 is not bad though. So does this QPI do anything? I don't understand it. Let's just try it. .575. Nah, I won't bother. I don't think it makes a big enough difference. Okay, on i7 you have, okay, that's weird. But CPU, does CPU-Z display it correctly? Oh, it does. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's just make sure that passes, and then we can go up a little bit. So what's going on for 4K on this chip? Tag, of course. I'm not gonna get there, but we'll try to pass out Ethan Lerma. It's always Tag, of course. Yeah, he has what, 12,000 hardware points or something. Of course, it's always Tag. Ooh, Sammy's. This guy's running Sammy's on 1156. Really? Okay, hopefully, but 3.5 on core is going to be tough to match. But let's see if we can just beat him on core and timings. So yeah, number 1 in Austria. Yes, 11,000 hardware points. It's overclocked 219 different processors. That's insane. I'm over 100, but I haven't put as much time into them, I think. 359 is our current best. So we need to go a little bit higher. We need to go above 4.4, I guess. Yeah, 4420 sounds good. Let's do that for 4K. And we're trying to be 3.41 FPS. Yeah, tag is kind of insane. 900 golden cups. Less globals than me though. At least there's that. Or you, yeah. So have you been doing anything special for your Sandy 32M? Because I was having OS problems there. So you're on PSC. Let's check back into the competition. I'm sure something will have moved. Not really, but mod Sandy for LGA1156. All right, that's an interesting concept. I mean, there is that Chinese guy who puts socket 478 CPUs into LGA775 and LN2s them. Oh, the OS. Okay, to get it to work. Yeah, but my XP was slower than my Windows for SuperPi, which shouldn't happen. That's for sure. What else can we run on this chip? Maybe Cinebench or 15. Get like 10 points. Okay, so this guy's run took 8 minutes. I'm at 27% and I'm 2 minutes through. Okay, so it's kind of the same pace at the moment. By the way, I'll be passing 2,000 views today, even though I knew it was gonna crash. Let's see. Nah, let's just restart it and go down those 20 megahertz, I suppose. All right, let's try again. Yeah, so it's actually updated. 2016 views. This is pretty cool actually. Sometimes I like looking at this. So here we have our viewer locations. One from the US, one from Finland, one from Russia, one from Spain, one from France, Switzerland, one from Australia, that's me. And oh, there's 2 Russians now and 2 Germans. Hi Palzin, how are you doing? Just running a bit of 4K on LGA1156. Sub from Russia. How are you doing? Has it snowed there yet? It's almost October, so I remember when I used to live in Germany, it would sometimes start to snow on the last day of September. Up since 9 a.m. on Friday. I don't know what time zone you're in, but 9 a.m. on Friday is a long time ago, no matter how you slice and dice it. So you should probably go to sleep. That's my recommendation. St. Petersburg is one of the more it's one of the more mild parts of Russia, isn't it? It's 7 a.m. on Sunday. 46 hours is not healthy, man. I used to do 36 hours and start hallucinating. So 48 uh, is a bit much. -5 degrees. Okay. Well, you're in Finland. It's always cold in Finland. You don't count. All right. What do you think, guys? Is it going to pass? It's looking a bit better than last time, but I don't want to jinx it. Enable RGB. Yeah, this platform is a little bit too old for RGB. I mean, you've got a few LEDs. You've got a LED here, which I don't know what it does, but Zista V2, is that Swedish? Finnish? 1600 megahertz core or memory? It's weird. We'll know at 64%. Is that the magical percentage? Shouldn't it be 46? Isn't 46 the answer to life and the universe and stuff? Yeah, but that's the percentage it crashes at is platform dependent, surely. I mean, I've had platforms where it likes to crash in the last bit, like the end credits part. Tanta, how what are you doing with the chip? You're on the Maximus formula, right? So are you doing all of the overclocking in BIOS, or are you using the OC key thing, or are you using Turbo V? Semi both. Try to just do everything in BIOS because um yeah, if you're having issues like that, I would recommend just doing everything in BIOS. Okay, the magical 64% is coming up soon. I'm excited. Let's have a look at 32M for this chip. wow, 67 points. That's on engineering sample hardware though, surely. DDR4 degradation B die. So 4 gigahertz Encore. I'm sure there must be some sort of scaling for Encore, but still, to get an extra 600 megahertz Encore out of cold, that's pretty special. Dual rank B-die. What voltage did you run them at? So this guy's running hypers at almost 2600 megahertz. That's insane. Is it cold? There's no rig picks, is there? Must be cold. It's just insane. I have heard that the UD6 is a great chip, or a great board. But yeah, 5.3, that's getting up there. RMA them, that's insane. I don't think 1.45 volts, I would say that's reason to RMA them. 4133 CL17. What's the XMP on that kit? And what kit is it? Is it G-Skill? Okay. Yeah, I think I would RMA that. A G-Skill is pretty good for RMA. I've RMA'd 2 kits. The only kind of requirement that they've given me, the only thing that they've demanded of me for RMA is to always RMA the entire kit, which makes sense, right? You don't want a situation where you sell half the kit and then you RMA half the kit and then G-Skill has to deal with 2 different RMAs or something. Okay, so it's fully stable, but what kind of degradation have you seen? Don't touch heat spreaders. Yeah. Okay, we're just finishing up here, and we're trying to beat 3.4, and to be honest, it's not looking fantastic. I mean, you always catch up in the last bit, but this is a little bit too close for comfort. Come on. Come on. As it actually hung itself at 99%. After 8 minutes. Yeah, not great. Not great at all. It did. Yeah, it was fully locked up. I tried to move the mouse pointer. It wasn't even just the benchmark. It was fully locked up. I'm tempted to do maybe one rerun and then give up on it. It didn't seem like I was gonna... I don't know what to try now. Let's do non-real time. I don't really think it makes a huge difference on 4K, but it might help stability. Potentially. I don't want to do overkill. I don't have enough RAM for overkill anyway. So capture cards. Yeah, so I started off with a Live Gamer Portable, but then I got an Elgato HD60 Pro, so that's a 1080p 60 FPS capture card. Now I'm on a HD, what is it called? A 4K 60 Pro or something, or 4K Pro. I'm not using it for 4K resolution, but it supports up to 240 hertz display pass through with it, which I think is useful for 3D benchmarks. So that's why I got it. Oh, it's PCI Express. As it stands, I already kind of have issues with too many USB devices, because I have my audio interface is USB. Then I have 3 webcams, so that's 4. Then I've got, I don't even use keyboard or mouse. I use like a virtual KVM to use keyboard and mouse on that streaming PC, but that's still 4 USB devices. And I have a Stream Deck, so that's 5 already. So I want to reduce the number of USB devices. So yeah, PCI capture card is better, I think. I One of the next things I want to do is move my face cam onto a secondary capture card, so that's one less USB device, and it also lets me use like a mirrorless or an SLR or something. "4K generates a lot of heat." Yeah, I mean possibly, but I have a 120mm fan right next to it. Basically, we're running full power, like not PWM. Yeah, DSLR is good for a webcam, but I think mirrorless is too. I want to get a mirrorless anyway, as a just for photography and stuff. So I might hook that up. But I did RMA something. So my HD60 Pro Elgato capture card won't, even though it's a PCI Express 1X card, it won't work in a 1X slot in a Ryzen system, and I have a Ryzen system, and I have an M80X motherboard, so it's 16X, 1X, 1X, 1X. So with as a secondary capture card, I can't really use it right now, so I've RMA'd that. So I'm gonna get a brand new replacement there. Yeah, G7 is good but expensive. I was more thinking like GH4. Okay, I'm giving up on this. This hung itself again. So let's do a Cinebench run. Overheating like AMD. Yeah, G7 is nice if you can afford it. But purely for video, I think the GH series is really nice. It has a lot of extra features. GH3, GH4, GH5 is very expensive now, and GH5S is really expensive. But the replacement to that is coming out. I think they're calling it the G90 or something. Of course, I have no benches on here, but that can easily be fixed. Come on, USB. This is the worst part about overclocking, is waiting for a USB to be recognized. There we go. Let's just copy over all the Cinebenches. Does this chip actually have GPU Pi support? It does. Yeah. Oh, it's a solid card. And or camera rather. But in Australia everything's harder to find. GH3s still go for $250 in this country. Australian dollars, but still. It's kind of ridiculous if you think about it. Okay, let's do a baseline run. Accept. I think the Fuji system is nice too. So Fuji Xe3, XT20, XT30. Do I get the chance to go to Computex? Yeah, I've thought about it. I think a group of guys from Australia are going next year, so that's an option. I'd like to go to CES, but next year's I was looking, I mean, it's just crazy. I was looking at flights and stuff, and it was just really expensive. Tweaktown. So you were a writer with Tweaktown? Yeah, but they still do LN2 overclocking at CES. So Okay. Do you still write now? Oh, you have your own review site? You can paste the link if you want, I don't care. Links are allowed in chat, unlike most Twitch chats. Well, looks like this is gonna pass. Hardware Barbecue. Is that also the name of your site? Quite slow watching this on 4 threads. Here we go, Hardware Barbecue. This is the site. I assume. Correct me if I'm wrong. So you do reviews and stuff yourself? Oh, we have a result. So 295. How does that compare? I don't even know if that's good or bad or indifferent. Thanks. Wow, what happened there? Did I set the wrong number of threads or something? No. What's going on there? OCP, okay. Yeah, makes sense. Let's confirm that by running with CPU-Z open. Ooh. Oh, okay. My settings reset without me noticing. That's bad. That's more than just OCP. It dropped BCLK. I don't think OCP drops BCLK. That would be pretty next level OCP. Nah, this is a UD board. They have less OCP on this. I'm pretty sure. Okay. What's up, capture card? Okay, I mean, it should pass that. How are you finding the P55 USB? I just have the H boards for BCLK and this board. That's all I have on this platform. Okay, let's double check that we're really at the settings we want to be at. Okay. I'm full of confidence now that this is actually gonna score somewhat well. Yeah, that's faster. Let's do this. Okay, so here's a ranking to as a bit of perspective. So we wanna beat Max. Max is actually a local bencher here. He's probably only a couple of hours drive away from where I am, which is Sydney, Australia. So yeah, we want to beat Critical Power and Max. Okay, let's check some reviews on this site. 16 terabytes. Hard drives are out. Wow, that is an ugly ass mouse. I don't really do much daily. I don't have a daily system as such. I'm not really into gaming or anything like that. So to see all these reviews is kind of interesting to me. I think that's a really ugly mouse. What do you think, chat? Why would someone call a graphics card one click? No graphics card should be one click. What the hell? I like the layout of the site though. Okay, so that's the view. The card, like this card is not bad looking, but one click is a weird name. 1650. Oh, gaming headsets. That doesn't. Okay, 477. It's not terrible. We didn't beat max. So maybe we're still getting some sort of slight OCP. But we also can still run off screen. That's always an option. And we can run higher priority. Let's try both. Let's try real time and off screen. Do I even have a capture utility on here? No, I don't. Let's get one. Okay, so that was 477. Let's try real time. Because actually every platform is different for real time. Cinebench is a more tweakable bench than you would think. There's normal, obviously. There's off screen. There's very high off screen, and there's real time. And depending on lots of different factors, one might be faster than the other. Uglier than a McDonald's hamburger covered in mayo sent express after they dropped it on the floor. Okay, loves real time. Okay. Yeah, but 1151 is different to 1156. So yeah. Okay, Tantic, I'll do that. Thanks. Okay, let's look at some more reviews while that's computing. Okay, Ninja. At least I get the extra, like the extra buttons and stuff are interesting and useful. This looks like a lot of key travel for a keyboard of any type, so that's kind of interesting. Another Iron Wolf review. Okay, so clearly that gave us a gigantic 60 points. So that puts us 537. Puts us, wow, this guy is 100 megahertz ahead of us, but we still beat him. So we're sort of in the, yeah, you're very close to like the dice kind of territory. Oh, sorry. I keep hitting my microphone. Okay, let's. I mean, it should be a lighter bench than X264, so, or X265 rather. Let's rerun. 40 megahertz higher. Okay, time for more reviews. Gamepads. Gamepads still get released? That's kind of interesting. I should start some sort of a timer. Ooh, what did you have to say about the 8350K? It's an interesting chip. Let's go right to the conclusion. Why does it exist? It does not make sense. Yet still, Intel rolled out with it. That's a good summary. Okay, so error. I think I'm not going to go higher in voltage or anything. I think that's going to do it for tonight, guys. It's 10:30 p.m. and I want to catch some sleep. Gotta go work tomorrow. But thanks all for watching. You know, like, share, surprise, whatever. Subscribe. Wait, what? Okay, what do I need to do with this chip? I've been online for a couple of hours, and I have LN2 in the house, so I need to like save my overclocking energies. Shut Explorer. Go down the clocks and drag it off screen. So real time off screen. 10 more points more. Okay, I'll try that off stream. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Thanks for watching. I'll be on again in 3 or 4 days time, so